shell,
shell, shell, shell.
Shell.
Showcasing, showcasing, showcasing. Would have ejected to the right.
No. No blood, no shell casings, no nothing.
Talking snails.
Actually, he's a snail. I'm a slug. No shell over her, baby. No shell over her, baby. No shell over her, baby.
So what you hiding in your hand there, Prinsloo?
Exploding 9mm shell.
This shell provides solid protection.
Right? Randall, what's the password?
It's Advantage, red shell toe. Tell Carl that's what you're looking for.
Really?
Somebody did. And it keeps coming back to you.
We've got a shell casing at the crime scene. And our agent's guns don't match it.
Bernard.
No bullet wounds, no shell casings, no weapons in evidence.
While they have CSU run his prints when they get here?
Got 2 shell casings here. 9mm, same as the cop's gun.
Assassinate him.
I was very discreet. I wired the money through a shell corporation I own from an offshore account.
For ourselves. We can't just let people die. If we do, we'll trust these shells. Not really alive at all.
camp,
Camp, camp.
Camp. Camp.
Camp U is that way. Camp U is that way. Camp U is that way.
We're arrested at the dropship for a while.
Wow, I've actually heard of this place. I think it's like a coming-of-age camp for boys.
Like a Boy Scout camp, Boy Scout camp, Boy Scout camp.
Sort of, yeah. It's word of mouth. It's kind of an underground thing.
Would not have.
I saw it for myself, Castle.
I would never camp in this spot. Not after the research I did on Tropical Storm.
Silent gives the people a true David versus Goliath spectacle.
Now, Tim, help me out on this. Has the Zeus camp lost their mind?
I'm keeping you here. You are best with the horses, and we need to move the camp quickly if the enemy continue to push through from the west.
You don't have to do this. You haven't left camp since we brought you back.
Clark, I need to do this.
I'm your guy. Jake's just scored 1,000 armor-piercing bullets. You tell Bell that you got a guy at Camp Pendleton with the bullets. A Marine.
That'd be you.
Got the look, right?
I thought about it.
Anything on those stolen Army weapons?
A crate of 12 M4A1s went missing from Camp Kirby 2 months ago.
Yeah, I think I know where they went.
Bended knee was your favorite.
Camp Waimea. That's where I know you from.
Information conflicts with what David told us. Now, camp operations was under the jurisdiction of the Army Provost Marshal General, but the official camp history is in the National Archives. I was able to access it, and I found only one reference to a James Toriyama.
Too important to leave now. I purchased you a commission. You will join the Mobile 34th as their camp physician. It's an honor.
No, she didn't. It's the camp. Pan's moving it. He's playing tricks on us.
If Pan's camp keeps moving, how are we going to find Henry?
All it takes is needing a fix one night, not having the money, and you're a dealer. And that shite caravan camp your family calls home, it's a perfect place to do it from, too.
activity,
Activity.
Activity,
Activity.
activity.
Please, please, have a look. See all the criminal activity happening in my trunk right now.
Open the trunk, sir.
Continue, Mrs. Florek. And did she believe there were reasons for this sexual activity?
You can't be fired if you say you were trying to form a union. Working together in order to collectively bargain is considered PCA, protected concerted activity.
You want us to form a union? And consciousness is not literally identical to brain activity.
Exactly.
Healthy activity up there and healthy readouts.
Very good.
Gary, where are you going with this?
I'm showing how he has knowledge of criminal activity.
They don't give a rat's ass. Get on with it.
When I booked you...
Yeah, everything all right?
No, there's some activity at the end. It was blocked.
What do you mean?
And credit card charges and bomb.
Any activity on my card here?
Yeah, they looked at your credit limit.
I kept the Strad. This is from Wednesday, when it went missing.
No activity at all?
I thought it was strange, too, so we examined the tape. It's pretty worn.
What are you doing here?
Was out for a walk and saw a suspicious van.
Wanted to know if there was any illegal activity going on inside.
He went straight home according to his ankle.
From this intersection, you could scout a museum, 2 banks, and a gallery. Not to mention all the residential targets.
Peter, I made some calls. There was no suspicious activity reported.
Forbid.
Forbid.
Forbid. Forbid.
Forbid.
Drinks, he steals, and now I find him mauling you on my couch. That's it. I forbid you to see him. I forbid you to see him. I forbid you to see him.
Come right home.
Oh, you don't have to worry because you will not be working there anymore. I forbid it.
You forbid it. You forbid it. You forbid it.
Because I need you. God forbid one of your generals becomes commander.
20 bucks, that's who shows him his badge. God forbid.
God forbid either of you should ever need surgery to save your life. I am the guy you want standing over you in the OR.
Barely letting me play outside, and God forbid that I get a scratch.
Office. You have to be destructive. You have to tear things apart. God forbid you should say what's really on that twisted mind of yours.
Why? Well, think about how good men are at lying on the spot. I mean, God forbid you should give them time and a pen. Well, what does Cam say?
Well, he never seems to notice. And I certainly can't talk to him about it because God forbid I say anything negative about his mom. I've been revising our will to specify who should take care of Lily if, God forbid, something happened to us.
God forbid?
I said God forbid.
Just anywhere. The second I made friends at the orphanage, gone. God forbid I called a foster family home.
No, please don't answer. God forbid you do something meaningful with your lives. You should work for the city.
God forbid you guys have to touch a box of tampons.
I owe you so much.
Romantic.
Romantic. Romantic.
Romantic.
Romantic.
He is. But he's also very romantic. But he's also very romantic. But he's also very romantic.
We could go swimming.
Ooh, that's a good idea. So romantic. So romantic. So romantic.
The pool's heated. I don't see why not. Go.
You waiting to fall in love?
No.
Good. Romantic love will be the last illusion of the old order.
I'm not some hopeless romantic. You know, I've never allowed myself to be that way.
Consciousness. Reread the laws of Manu. They call it widow inheritance.
Now that's fucking romantic.
In the one.
Oh, come on. I'm a romantic myself. Hell, I have a heart the size of the head of a baby.
A romantic assignation requires the appropriate light.
Every culture has its romantic hero, eh? Japan has its samurai.
It's called being romantic.
Boys just don't get it.
Oh, right. I'm talking to 2 girls who probably loved The Notebook.
I think it's romantic.
I don't. How can a valet do his work if he's lame?
He's not very lame.
I have very little to say, only that I never had any romantic involvement with Claire Underwood.
Dissolve.
Dissolve.
Dissolve. Dissolve.
Dissolve.
It was all a dream. I'm just kidding. A man's throat dissolved. Dissolved. Dissolved.
You're going to die tonight quite horribly. Then I'm going to dissolve you in a sink.
Wait!
Dissolve this with water, dissolve this with water, dissolve this with water. It'll help relieve some of the stress. I'll be right with you.
Put them in buckets.
Right here.
Dissolve with lie.
No evidence.
Now, let's not dissolve into threats, all right? I'm gonna take the high road here and suggest a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Dissolve.
Or we might as well just dissolve this institution and start again.
What are you talking about?
You dissolve corpses for money.
You see, hydrofluoric acid won't eat through plastic. It will, however, dissolve metal, rock, glass, ceramic.
Your movement will dissolve as quickly as it rose, and your followers will fade into the background.
Plot.
Plot.
Plot. Plot.
Plot.
Hear me out, okay? Maybe Jackson was an accomplice,
But he got cold feet, decided to call 911 and give up the whole plot.
Remember the 5th of November. The gunpowder treason and plot.
Idiot never locks his car.
Are you sure we should be doing this?
Shh. The Margot Roth Spiegelman revenge plot begins.
Really? And this is the crucial plot point, I think.
Everything just works out the way it's gonna, and we just plod along behind it and try and keep up.
I think there's a coordinated plot within Russia to collapse the dollar and crash the U.S. economy.
Tinker, they want to win and make it happen. This is confusing to me. Don't worry about it, man. It's just a plot hole.
Dad, I'd love it.
That is the exact plot of Wicked.
Told despicable lies, and you've done nothing but plot and scheme and beg for forgiveness ever since.
So, the plot thickens. You've broken off from a local exchange and opened up a new front.
You two have concocted a fascinating story, yet there are holes in your plot. Namely, I can't be the fall guy for a crime I'm not going to commit.
Football, except the original, European football. Most Texans believe to be a commie plot.
Calendar. Calendar.
I greatly appreciate being included in your celebratory plans, and I will be sure to mark that special day on my calendar.
Like next Thursday.
No, it was last Thursday. It's on the school calendar.
It's Gatorade.
Oh, perfect. Great. She's all ready to go. This is going to be the best calendar yet.
Look at that, sweetie.
All right.
I'd like that, very much.
Good. I'll put it on the calendar.
Mandarin over a year, touring Asia as a boat show model.
She was in a Chinese boat calendar, but was she bringing in? No.
Message.
Miss Doyle is unavailable. Actually, I have her calendar right here. The 7th is going to be tight. Let's do dinner on the 8th.
You got to check your calendar, John boy.
You need to hide the expense. So, let's see, calendar, contacts.
Make it to his office.
Last time I missed a meeting with him, it took a year to get back on the calendar, so you should go.
On my own?
Because Matilda missed some important meetings, but Ella was sure she entered them into the calendar correctly. She wanted to know if the calendar had been tampered with.
And was it?
So, there may be something to the U.S. Attorney's theory. I checked Cordero's calendar. He was scheduled to meet with Berman at 5 p.m. yesterday.
You told him we were free Thursday night.
I checked the calendar. We don't have plans.
Forecast.
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 Best. Forecasts. What?
Buddy, that's for a weather forecast. Weather forecast. Which is 50% right 10% of the time.
Here's the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, little fog at the beach.
Here's the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, a little fog at the beach.
They're all gonna be there.
I just hope it all goes smoothly. You know, I checked the 10-day forecast.
Sweetie, it's LA. It's not like it's gonna rain.
Intermittent heavy rain has been forecast here at Fuji today.
Dressing a pointer. I used to sing my forecast. As a matter of fact, sometimes your mom used to sing them with me on TV.
I'm a trend forecaster. I forecast trends.
Trend forecaster, yeah.
Here's your mighty 690 forecast, folks. Let me tell you.
Pops is gonna rain anyway.
The forecast for tomorrow is 82 and sunny at 9 a.m.
The 5-day forecast just won't be the same. Chuck?
My forecasts were way more accurate than hers, and people were starting to notice. So last week, to get back at me...
Vague.
Just a vague ambition. If he was absolutely determined to discover the truth,
Look, the plan is 3 pages long, totally vague, totally vague, totally vague. Buying the assets doesn't work.
Life, but I'm also just as red-blooded as the next guy.
Well, that's a very vague answer. Very vague answer. Very vague answer.
And as I said, I'm here for you. I just wish I had something more useful to offer. All I have are these vague ideas about life and death that we priests are equipped with.
Now, before you meet my mother-in-law, I must remind you she's a little vague and can be very deaf on occasion.
Ah, right. Next up is to be amazed, which is very vague.
Could you be any more vague?
Okay, why are you having coffee with him? He said it was work-related, but he was kind of vague.
Balls burning. I'll need more reassurances than faith and a vague prophecy.
It's vague. Vague is good. Details invite questions. Questions are what can burn Graceland.
All your patients?
Oh, yes. Don't think you're special. So, we got a lot of vague, unverifiable symptoms.
You're that kid's older sister, right?
Oh, could you be a little more vague?
Yeah, sorry,
Absence.
Absence. Absence. Absence. Absence.
How do you intend to explain his 22-year absence? Absence.
Amnesia.
Brilliant.
Do you really think she's got the balls to take over the reins in my absence? Absence.
How'd you end up in the dropout school?
Well, I got kicked out of my last school for having too many absences.
Well, I'm here on a professional one. Your absence from the festivities. We should just go? Yeah, I think that's best.
I'm just gonna...
And I'll explain to the board about your absence, and I'll make it discreet.
It's just not right. Your mother skipped lunch, too.
She said she wasn't hungry. Can't we just revel in her absence?
Understandably, my client does not trust the FBI. She has asked her lawyer to preside in her absence.
Just in case I need to be in contact with you.
You sure you're up for this?
I wish I could say absence made the heart grow fonder.
Now get my back, Jack.
What do you want to do?
Tell her I'm not here.
Okay, where are you?
I don't know. You'll have to devise a scenario that plausibly explains my absence, keeping in mind that the key to a good lie lies in the details.
Please don't take my looking forward to Leonard's return as criticism of the job you've been doing in his absence.
I won't.
This is temporary. We'll find the spy.
Stay on it, will you, Shannon? You're the only one around here I trust 100% right now, especially in my absence.
Humanity.
Humanity. Humanity. Humanity.
Humanity.
Died. I mean, I think that's the future of humanity. You know, just...
Reach to order at lunch, but humanity just isn't mature enough to control the important things.
It just doesn't make sense. They're afraid of technology because of its threat to humanity.
No video games, no tweetering, nothing electronic. It's desensitizing. Puts you out of touch with your humanity.
Some are calling the attack a crime against humanity.
I'll rig the Special Olympics.
Thank you. Finally, a little humanity.
We did our duty, but we lost our humanity.
You want to go find someone to restore your faith in humanity? Don't waste my time.
Have to answer that.
I volunteer at Habitat for Humanity. I was at a silent auction.
Yeah. Look, when there's not a shred of humanity left, it's pretty obvious.
You celebrate their humanity. I'd rather solve those little puzzles and save their lives.
Bro, I'm just so shocked at the lack of humanity. Yes, I'd love a cookie.
Religion.
Religion. Religion.
Religion.
Religion.
At one time or another, every great religion has been attacked as a cult.
So have most cults.
Spoon in your mouth, Queen. What, you spent 5 years on an island with no room service and suddenly you found religion?
I sold religion.
On television.
It doesn't say how big you are or what religion you follow. It does not know how you voted or the color of your skin.
There is a belief in my religion which I know to be true, and it applies to everyone, Hindu or not. Make her dance, wavely wait, scatter her religion. You boys know the wavely wait?
With several of his cohorts in the center.
I mean, this guy founded a goddamn religion.
This temple was once a place of worship for a religion that originated long before Christ.
Of?
Pseudoscience, the paranormal, organized religion, all the usual bollocks.
The Bible?
Was I really that bad that I drove you to religion?
See, back in the day, missionaries sailed these islands on whaling ships to spread peace and religion.
But religion, tradition, for most of my people, is in their bones.
Apology.
Apology.
Apology. Apology. Apology.
I want an apology. 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 They worked our husbands to death.
Let's just face it, eh? You wanted the past dead and me along with it. Apology accepted, by the way. Apology accepted, by the way. Apology accepted, by the way.
No more secrets, right?
Prove it.
Right, you know my mum's birthday, right? Right, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And, you know.
Apology accepted. Apology accepted. Apology accepted.
Great, thanks.
My beloved husband was dying, weeping with apology and professing his love for me and our 20-year marriage.
What is it you want from me?
An apology would be nice.
I am sorry, Elizabeth.
Jesus, Celia.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry about that, too. Do you forgive me?
That's it? That's all you're sorry for?
What else is there?
Apology accepted.
So I should feel guilty?
I think an apology is in order.
I'm sorry.
Can't believe I thought you worked for the FBI.
Apology accepted.
You look nice, by the way.
Merci.
Where is everybody? I owe you an apology.
Consider that my apology.
Values.
Values.
Values. Values.
Values.
You make an interesting argument, but from now on, God values what I value. God values what I value. God values what I value. Come here, Chad.
Family. Most politicians are permanently chained to that slogan. Family values. Family values. Family values.
Focusing on the core brand values of integrity.
Heroes of the people. They are a shining example and a reminder of those values that bind us.
Injury at your hands.
He allowed you to come here, perhaps demonstrates how little he values your life.
I know he values his privacy, but there are some things that Sherlock needs to deal with if he really wants to get better.
Of itself, he had nothing to do with the shooting, so the bite might just mean he values his privacy.
Of deaths. We are talking about nothing less than the survival of the species. Surely that's worth compromising one's values for.
A whole new life, with a family that values what you are and what you can do.
Of course, she's taken advice from someone with false and greedy values.
Oh, Mother. At the Sentinel. Values like honor, duty, discipline.
Such a pity how much ruthless pragmatism gets weighed down by family values.
Section.
Section.
Section. Section.
Section.
I don't care if it's the smoking section. The smoking section. The smoking section. All right? She directed it right in my face, man.
Please get the diapers and get out of here. Fine, but I want to stop by the wine section first.
Wait. There's a wine section? The wine section? The wine section?
Why are you in the masonry section?
Well, I've never been tested.
Okay, you just need to finish filling out this section here.
Sure.
Started last night, around midnight. The first explosions tore open the entire medical section.
Because of its location in the midsection of the brainstem, it makes it very difficult. I work, I babysit, I work, I babysit.
Hold on a second, I just have to tune up the string section.
So get you started. And over here we've got the food section. Hey, Mrs. Rappaport, nice to see you.
Aim right, but I'm not agency. I'm an FSO in the political section.
Bullshit.
These are the last sections, ma'am.
As well. Closing off this section of the floor for very sensitive surgery.
Reflection.
Reflection. Reflection. Reflection.
Reflection.
His iCard reflection. Reflection. Reflection.
You ever look at your reflection and think that your ears are too big? No. Because sometimes I see my reflection, and I think, man, Shifu's ears are huge.
Wait, right there. See that reflection? Reflection? Reflection?
They did a good job masking the room. No reflections, no flares.
And, I want you to exercise some sober reflection before you answer me.
Last time. Light, shadow, noises in the background, reflection in the cornea.
When I wasn't vomiting, I found myself prone to reflection.
If evil Po sees his reflection in the mirror of yin and yang, the two Po's will instantly reunite. How well you perform the presentation of the 7 forms will be a reflection of my abilities as a teacher.
This will look like a 500-foot destroyer.
It's all about reflections, my man.
Too much I make up, but change fate, that is beyond my powers of reflection. Upon further reflection, it appears I don't have the leverage I thought.
Update. Update.
Update.
Update.
Update.
I used my judgment to change strategies. And was it your judgment not to update us? Update us? Update us?
What can I do for you? I am with IT, and I am here to update your firmware. Update your firmware. Update your firmware.
How bad?
I noticed you two weren't in court today. I came by to give you an update. Give you an update. Give you an update.
Scientists have confirmed that there was a UFO landing in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Hawaii.
Today I wanted to update the American people on what we know about the situation in Hawaii.
Give me an update.
I said, give me an update!
Of course. You want me to update the custody?
Yes, Silas becomes Shane's legal guardian.
Huh? It's Foreman, trying to update House, but his phone's off.
Prepping for chemo. Facts Talbot 13, the latest update on the case.
Sorry. That's okay. I was just about to give a Maisie Gibbons update.
Someone just broke the blender. Who are all these people? Jamie Cruz just posted an update on Facebook that you're having a party. What?
For suitcase.
This is a huge break. That means we're looking for someone carrying a blue bag. Let's go update Captain Gates.
Jewel.
Jewel. Jewel.
Jewel. Jewel.
I know it doesn't look like much now, but this is gonna be my crown jewel. Crown jewel. Crown jewel.
Buy jewels and clothes and go dancing.
I'm a very good dancer. I'm sure I could get used to yachts and jewels. Jewels. Jewels.
What did you say?
Remember, Frank?
Your next job. You deal in diamonds and jewels. You deal in diamonds and jewels. You deal in diamonds and jewels. The most valued by the ounce.
Sure it was Alan?
Yeah, he pulled up in a Range Rover and went in with a suitcase.
Could be the jewels.
And again, last night.
The Da Vinci Sforza, the jewel of the sailor.
The Imperial jewels will be transported through town on their way to the capital. You will take out the guards, steal the jewels, and bring them back here.
Whoa!
Hostage-taking jewel thief, for example.
Idea what he's after? Victorian jewels, Fabergé egg, some sketches by Matisse. I'd go for the jewels. That's the egg.
They got jewels and stolen cars. I don't got that kind of money there.
It's not that one.
Just really good.
Best safecracker, best bomber, best jewel thief, and now best hacker.
Carpenter.
Carpenter. Carpenter.
Carpenter. Carpenter.
There are 16 full-time maids. We have 6 butlers, 4 carpenters, 4 carpenters, 4 carpenters, 2 painters.
Vehicles Bureau describes it as light blue 1930 Dodge sedan. The owner is a carpenter who was born in Germany, lives at 1279
Mayor's Mansion.
You're not exactly the mayor. But you are a crazy, talented carpenter, and I feel like you can make something really beautiful out of this place.
Illegal photography inside of cinemas. You take money away from carpenters who are just trying to feed and clothe their families. Closing statement.
As a result, I never really learned the art of carpentry. But I figured Jesus was a carpenter and his daddy wasn't around to teach him, so I taught myself.
That was Ava, Javi's girl.
Jesus Christ, are you a carpenter?
What do you mean?
You're still nailing that?
Cordyceps unilateralis from the tropics, which attacks carpenter ants, causing them to climb into trees.
I'm gonna bring on 5 more men. Carpenter, 2 carpenters' mates, a gunner's mate, and the cook.
I canvassed him about your reputation. The son of a carpenter.
Men skilled in the cultivation of sugar and tobacco. Magistrates to maintain order, carpenters to raise buildings, clergy to raise spirits. Jacob Garrett, carpenter's mate with the Intrepid.
Well, listen, I need you to put together a work detail. Find as many carpenters as you can.
What is
Hut.
Hut. Hut.
Hut.
Hut.
Is this what you've dragged us here to find? A hermit's hut. A hermit's hut. A hermit's hut.
Lumber liquidators. Or sunglass hut. Sunglass hut. Sunglass hut.
I had to burn our hut down with him inside.
In her hut, muscle, not machines, gets the chores done.
At least India. But in ancient China, I built a straw hut beside the grave and lived there for 3 years doing nothing.
As of 2 hours ago, 1 barrack hut for 8 men, commanded by a sergeant. Roadside guard hut manned in 4-hour shifts by 2 men with automatic weapons.
The heavy metals. Did you see anything at the camp?
Near the isolation hut, there were some old generator batteries.
Try it again. Try it again. Tap. Put some zip on the ball, 18. Hut. Hike. Hit him.
Hey, I got the ice hut set up on the lake.
Ideal. Ideal. Ideal.
Ideal. Ideal.
Have anything to put it in? Oh, that's ideal. That's ideal. That's ideal. Thank you.
On paper, you two are an ideal match. An ideal match. An ideal match.
With plenty of room to meet in the middle.
Yeah, that sounds ideal. That sounds ideal. That sounds ideal.
That is, actually.
I haven't seen you in 3 years. You make me sick. That's not an ideal couple, just so you know.
Well, you know, they do have the Metro Railroad. You could always use that.
That'd be ideal for carrying a ton of gold, wouldn't it, genius?
Rebuilt under a glass dome so the whole world could look in. There's an ideal to aspire to.
So, describe your ideal woman. 3 yoga classes a week, and I work 24/7. It's not ideal.
It's ideal for stashing the kidnapped girl.
Did you have it all planned?
Oh, it was entirely planned. I thought it would be the ideal occasion.
Wow.
She's wearing sandals. It's not ideal footwear for a robbery.
Too slappy.
Distract. Distract.
Distract. Distract. Distract.
In an hour, but I could push it back if I found something that distracts me. Distracts me. Distracts me.
Wow. Okay, thanks. Sorry, I'm just a little distracted. Distracted.
Well, I've got to do it on my own, kind of. You know, and if you're here, you're just gonna distract me, and distract me, and distract me. You distract him, okay?
Okay. So I'm thinking, I distract the guards, and you start digging. You got a spoon on you?
Right. There's someone. We'll have to distract Duke Alfonso whilst you free them all.
I can't believe you tried to kill me.
Yes, well, I feel badly about that. I told you Mrs. Huber came over and I got distracted.
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay, don't be distracted by that. Look at me.
No, that's what I always do. Distract myself with meaningless busy work as a way of avoiding my emotions.
Scared me. I couldn't find you. I have a little girl, too. Sometimes I get distracted and wander off.
Majority. Majority. Majority.
Majority. Majority.
Conditioning. I miss going to the bathroom and being able to shut a door. Like most people. I'm not the weird one. I'm in the majority. I'm in the majority. I'm in the majority. I'm leaving.
And the majority of time spent out here is cloudy down days.
We'll place weapons on all sides, but the majority will meet his men here.
You leave us no choice. Senors, let us answer the call for new leadership. A majority of 7 is required.
Well, at least it seems like we have the majority of it down.
Yeah. You shaved thousands off the majority. You did splendidly.
Not splendidly enough.
We need to concentrate ad spending in places where women spend the majority of their time. For example, large chain grocery stores.
And since he only has one house?
He only gets one vote. No way he gets a majority.
The new United States of America, in which you are
majority leader. President felt presumptuous. We're still very much a work in progress.
Oh, I'm late. Every Tuesday, I sit down with the Speaker and the Majority Leader to discuss the week's agenda.
The new governor will oversee redistricting. We lose seats here. That means we could lose our majority in Washington.
Carly will love it. The majority whip's wife stabs him in the back.
Okay, right. I can't. All you need is a simple majority, 218 votes, or we're going to get...
I don't know, Frank.
Think about it, Terry. You could become the first African-American majority leader in the United States Congress.
Indication. Indication.
Indication.
Indication.
Indication.
Indication that this individual was selling drugs. He was arrested for having a small amount of marijuana in his car.
I see it in your eyes. An indication of where he's heading.
Give us.
The disturbance is another indication of the sheer power of the Scarface.
All the indications point in that direction.
In a way, it's the best indication of AI that I've seen in her so far. It's...
Are you attracted to me? You give me indications that you are.
But it could also be our first indication of exactly what we came out here to find.
There were no indications of problems, so we decided to continue on down.
Shh. Will he kill again?
Well, if it's not stopped soon, every indication is he will kill again.
And if our simian friend is any indication, then I think we know exactly who's taking up residence in our castle.
Getting at is whether you detected any indications of physical abuse.
Abuse? No.